Did we just create the first human-machine hybrid? Scientists have just announced that they will implant human brains into robotic bodies. And we can't help but wonder, is this the beginning of the end for the human race? Will we lose control of our own existence by creating the perfect human hybrid? Or are we just making progress in medical science? This might sound like a crazy idea from a science fiction movie, but it's actually happening right now. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania have created a robot that can be controlled by a human brain. They implanted electrodes into the brain of a monkey and then connected those electrodes to a robotic arm. The monkey was able to use the robotic arm to reach and grasp objects with just his thoughts. But wait, there's more. In another experiment, researchers at the University of California, San Francisco implanted electrodes into the brains of two monkeys. Then they connected those electrodes to two different robotic arms. Both monkeys were then able to use their thoughts to control both robotic arms simultaneously. This means that we may soon be able to control machines with our thoughts alone. No wires, no electrodes needed. Just think about it. You could be sitting at home watching TV and suddenly you have an urge to play with your Roomba vacuum cleaner. With this new technology, you wouldn't even need to get up from your seat to do so. You would simply have to think about it and bam, your Roomba would start dancing around the room as if it had a mind of its own. It's like having a personal robot butler that does all your bidding without ever complaining or asking for a raise. Well, maybe not quite yet, but who knows what the future holds. This new technology could change everything. The possibilities are really endless here. Imagine a world where we have robot servants doing all our housework for us or even fighting our battles and wars. It sounds crazy, but it's not impossible. As we continue to develop this technology, it could become a reality sooner than we think. But this isn't just about making our lives easier. It's also about pushing the boundaries of what's possible. By understanding how the brain works and how it controls our bodies, we can learn how to treat diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. We can also develop new ways to help people who have lost limbs or been injured in accidents. As we continue to explore the potential of this technology, it's important that we do so responsibly. There are ethical questions that we need to consider and risks that we need to mitigate. But the potential benefits are just too great to ignore. This technology could revolutionize the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. So let's dive in and see where this journey takes us. Who knows what amazing discoveries we might make along the way? But some experts say that this is a dangerous path we are treading on. They claim that by combining human brains with artificial bodies, we are creating a new species, one that is neither human nor machine, but something in between. A hybrid that could have its own consciousness, its own desires, and its own goals. And once we create this new form of life, who's to say that it won't eventually become smarter, stronger, and more capable than us? What if it turns on us and decides that we are inferior, that we should be the ones controlled and manipulated while it reigns supreme? As humans, we have an undeniable advantage over other species. We are intelligent enough to know that we are alive and to appreciate the preciousness of life. We understand the beauty of nature and the importance of preserving it. But what happens when we cross the line and create something that doesn't have these same values? What if we create a monster? That's what some experts are warning us about. They believe that by playing God and creating a new form of life, we are risking the destruction of our own species. They argue that we do and know what kind of consciousness or intelligence we would be creating and that it could easily turn against us. For example, if we create a robot that is controlled by a human brain, what happens when that person dies? What happens to the robot? Does it simply shut down, or does it continue on with its own consciousness? What if it decides that it doesn't want to be controlled anymore? These are the kinds of questions that we need to be asking as we push forward with this technology. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of it all and to see the potential benefits. But we must also be aware of the risks involved and take steps to mitigate them. Otherwise, we could be creating our own demise. Others, however, believe that this is just another step in the evolution of our species. They argue that we have always sought to improve ourselves and our technology, and that this is just the next logical step. They point to the many examples of how we have overcome physical disabilities through technology, such as prosthetic limbs and cochlear implants. Why not take this one step further and merge with technology to become something greater? They believe that the human brain is simply too powerful to be limited to a human body, and that with the help of technology, we can unlock our full potential. Imagine a world where we are no longer limited by the constraints of our physical bodies. A world where we can explore the universe, discover new planets, and meet new life forms. A world where we can cure diseases and extend our lifespan. This is the world that these experts believe is possible. If we embrace this technology, however, there is a risk that we will create a society of the haves and have-nots. Those who choose to merge with technology will have access to its benefits, while those who don't will be left behind. This could create a new form of inequality and division within our society. As we move forward with this technology, we need to ensure that everyone has access to its benefits. We need to create a world where everyone can thrive and reach their full potential, regardless of whether they have merged with technology or not. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to merge with technology is a personal one. It's up to each individual to decide what they are comfortable with. But it's important that we have the information and resources to make an informed decision. What do you think? Is merging with technology the next step in human evolution, or are we playing with fire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We look forward to hearing your thoughts on this fascinating topic. Now, if you want to learn more about artificial intelligence, stay tuned for more updates. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more. This was James, and you've been watching your channel, Valley of Knowledge. Stay curious, and see you in the next one.